foreign travels and looking for jobs abroad. Dismus, your take on the export for labor issue, because some argue that this is perhaps pushing on brain drain, that exporting labor is not the silver bullet for the unemployment crisis we have in the country. How exactly do you look at this issue?
Well, over the last 1 year, one can see that our President Ruto has been very keen on 4 things. Number one, promoting our exports. The exports is both goods as well as services, what you're referring to as the labor or human capital, and then promoting Kenya as an FDI destination. Now, when you talk about labor, for instance, the gentleman on my left is a good teacher. He trains many journalists in Kenya. So he trains enough people to get jobs in Kenya. But those who do not get jobs in Kenya have got the opportunity to go and work for CNN, for BBC, for VOA, and any other international organization. So I don't see anything wrong. And we're in the era of the globalization of production and marketing. So the world has become a global village. If you've got skills, you can deploy them in Kenya or you can deploy them outside. So in my view, when the president, the deputy president, as well as the prime cabinet secretary go to create opportunities for Kenyans outside, we should be very happy and give them a pat on the back. Specifically around labor, countries like the Philippines, they've invested heavily in sending out their top talent so that they send back remittances. So if you've got a lot of Kenyans in the US, in UK, India, China, they make money, they send it back to Kenya. It gives us a lot of gains in the forex department. So for me, I would take a departure from what Mr. Raila Odinga is talking about. That later the Kenya Kwanza administration create opportunities for Kenyans locally and internationally. So if they cut a deal with Germany, and Germany needs welders, and we can train the welders in Kenya, let's train them in masses. We take them to Germany. Okay. If New Zealand or Australia, they need nurses, and we can train nurses in Kenya, let's train them, take them abroad. But more important, position Kenya as an FDI destination.
Interesting.
And that is what the president has been doing. In fact, last week, Musalia Mudavadi had a meeting at Chatham House, where the big boys from London wanted to know much more about Kenya's economic diplomacy. So, you know, he gave them the pointers, and you saw the room, people were happy. They gave him a standing ovation. They were very excited about what he was talking about. And, you know, for a long time, under President Kenyatta, he had taken a laid-back seat. He was not very active at the international space, but President Ruto is. In fact, he's become so active, even on social media. Some presidents, people are comparing President Ruto to other presidents in the region. So during international events, they're asking, where are our presidents, when President Ruto is having our lunch.
Okay, so that's interesting. So despite the current economic turmoil we're facing as a country, the president should continue with his foreign trips, looking for more opportunities, yeah?
Absolutely. And you know, that is the basics in business.
Okay.
Anybody who's gone to Strathmore University will tell you, if you're running a business and it's not giving you very good returns, don't focus on the bottom line cutting things. Go and get another bigger market.
More opportunities.
So in as much as say we're having a challenge with our FDIs,
all right,
let our leaders go promote Kenya as an FDI destination.
Okay.
If you are not able to, you know, get new markets for our teas and coffee, we cannot just sit on our hands and we say, what is Raila Odinga going to say about our international adventures? Let's go look for new markets for tea and coffee, whether it's going to be in the Middle East, whether it's going to be Nigeria, all over. In what Mr. Raila Odinga is supposed to be asking is, what is the return on investment?
Okay.
How soon are we going to see the return on investment on these trips? And again, you know, these things are not instant coffee or instant tea. Exactly. It takes a while before you can build relations. Okay. It takes a while for people to cut some deals, although a few have been instant. For instance, NBA opened an office a few days ago. Then there's conversation around Moderna. Then there's Exim Bank of India that have already come to Kenya.
Okay, well noted. So a lot has been said about the president's trips. And in terms of